Jordan, and today I'm back for another YouTube video. Finally, I am back after like a year of not being here. So I guess we'll talk about where I've been first before I play my game. I have been waiting to get new games to play on my PlayStation first off, and once I did get those, I had to at least practice and get good at the game so it wouldn't just be a waste of a game. And before you guys ask, I am playing with the Steelers, but I did get some drafted people. And even though it says 2019 season, it just keeps starting at that, and I've played through like 6 seasons. But yeah, let me just show you guys that I'm playing on something better than easy mode. I'm playing on pro. Yeah, playing on pro. Normal game speed, and all this stuff. I turned off my salary cap because, you know, why not? I got everything else on here. Make my quarter length about 5 minutes. I'm gonna leave it at like that. And got everything else on here. So time to do this. Just a little question. To leave in the comment section. What is your favorite football team for everyone that watches this? It could be American football or soccer, which people call football or football, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, in the comment section below, leave your favorite football team, either American or not. But mine's the Steelers because I've lived in Pennsylvania all my life. And, you know, my dad's been watching the Steelers ever since I was born. And even years and years before that. I'm just gonna skip over everything, like halftime and all that, because there's not really much to see there. Just a waste of time. Alright, we're gonna start with the kickoff. Before you guys say anything in the comments, I know I'm bad at this game. You don't have to tell me. But I get the job done. I'm also playing with gloves on, so this is not gonna be fun. Alright. Hayward wants his 5th sack or 50th sack, whatever that just said. Wasn't paying attention. And guess I should turn the volume on. Just leave everything as it is now.
On the ground for Dixon a week ago. 21 carries, 59 yards.
He's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
And some space here. And avoids the contact by sliding. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
All right,
Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3.
Double tight. We got 4. On tight now. Blue waiting.
On the give, this is Dixon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because
What? Yeah.
when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Nice play, baby, nice play. Down. We're waiting. 555. Where's it? Hunt. Come on, baby.
Damn it.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Nah, yeah,
Neutral
whatever.
zone infraction, defense.
Told you guys I wasn't good at this game.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Fuck.
What's left? What's left?
Alright.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, do it. Do it.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Dixon again. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll
In
be a
all the
loss of a
seasons
yard,
I've
and it'll
played
make it a
so
second
far,
down.
I haven't actually lost
Stephon
a single
Tuitt came
game.
out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends,
Probably
and you
because
just
I was
wonder,
playing on
would they be
rookie,
able to
but
have
still.
the leverage to
This is
bend
the
and make
actual
plays?
first game I've
I think he just
played on
gave us an
first
answer with that
difficulty.
tackle.
Now Dixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
Wow.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
Alright.
This is a crew. They've come out flat their last two games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I
course
run
they're gonna
outside
kick it out.
sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your
A
face.
little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They're led onto the field by a man who needs no introduction, Ben Roethlisberger.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown
All right, let's see how
passes,
Bell's
0
doing.
interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win.
We got three down. Set.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. Broke a
got a
tackle,
whole
but
2
not
yards
much
there,
room
yeah.
there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And let's take a look at the Steeler offense.
Antonio Brown just defies convention because when you look at his build, you see a slot receiver, a short, shifty guy, but he makes many of his plays on the outside part of the field like one of the taller, rangier receivers in the league. Excellent route runner, tremendous hands, and fantastic with the ball in his hands after the catch. Antonio Brown's one of the best ones out there.
Now Roethlisberger. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you work on in
Jesse
practice.
James.
But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. The numbers for Bell on the ground of the game last week. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him and feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he is knocked down from the side. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Am I having Martavis run or Jesse James? Okay. I prefer Martavis Bryant, but it's good. It works.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw.
That's what
James
Jesse James
has
heights
it.
for. That's
A
how we
very
do down in
solid gain of
Pittsburgh.
27. You know, when I see passes
Come on,
like
boy,
that,
fight.
I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now Bell trying to run inside, but nothing there.
If we're gonna get technical,
No gain
my
on the
knees
play.
are
It'll be
hit the ground.
2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Okay.
Got double tight. Double tight. Let's go.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger.
Crash now. Crash.
Oh,
Grimble.
a battle for it here, and this will be caught. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Okay.
Double tight. Double tight.
On the give, this is their fullback. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
I heard all the stories. I watched some of the tape of the old school guys, the throwback guys who were the punishing runners and knocked people aside to pick up yardage. I'm so glad I was sitting here today and got to see it with my own eyes.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. It's the fullback, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Back to throw Dobbs. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the
What?
edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And that is one, no doubt, that may come back to haunt them because the PAT tied it. They didn't need to go for 2.
I keep searching for an explanation. I know it's quick right here. I think I can search for the next year and not come up with anything that absolutely works. Kick the point, man. Kick the point. I don't get it.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Second quarter
You know it's bad
onside
whenever your
kick there that
defense can't
failed.
even
Is that
tackle
something that
someone. You
maybe
have to
they
have the
had
kicker
dialed
do it.
up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also, it may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
On 1st down, they go with Dixon. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the
Injury come on,
39-yard line. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
I did.
Hey, boys, we got 4.
Crabtree.
Wide 80.
Alright.
Shotgun now for Carr. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses. and how complicated that is? Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They stay on the ground with Dixon. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Well, not a huge game there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off William Gay. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move. 3 down.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
So many times.
Now
It's not even funny.
Going deep here for
because
Bryant. He's got a man complete.
I-
And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
That only works so well because I like grind Martavis Bryant with his catching traffic. It paid off
Let's go ahead and add
so
to the
well.
difficulties of guys trying to cover receivers. They got to deal with speed, shiftiness, all that stuff. But how about when they have height and length and deep downfield? You throw the ball up in the air. That's how they uncover at the end of a route, by being able to go up over the top and make a big catch.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off, didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing here, Dobbs. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. So they pulled a little rabbit out of their hat, nearly for 6, almost got the fake into the end zone. Either way, they're set up really nicely.
So we all fell for the illusion, didn't we? Did they saw someone in half on stage on that one? I mean, that was something right there. We fell for the fake in a big way, as did the defense. And look what it turned into, a monster play. And now they're set up inside the 5-yard line.
Odd. 5 down. Stand up in.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Another score from around the league, meanwhile, up in Cleveland. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. Deshaun Kaiser, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one.
If the Browns beat the Patriots.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Let's get to it. These teams are out and ready to go. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. In order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more.
Let's see if they do just that.
And Big Ben breaks a tackle, gets outside, and makes another play, huh? We've seen this from him plenty of times. It's not the first 3 seconds of a play for him.
It's the next 3.
That's when the big plays occur.
On the counter, here's Bell. Oh, look at the juke. Fights through, and now a crease. 12 yards that time, at a Pittsburgh first.
Brandon, after last week, we went over 200 yards. Looks like
1,000 rushing yards this season from week 7.
It worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Okay.
Here we go. 180.
Grumble or Brown? Brown.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
I'll take
They
second
got
down
the win
over
last
an
week
interception.
despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
3 down, 3 down. Here we go.
Now it's Roethlisberger, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken about the 12.
Ooh.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Wait, 21 scored them, right? Yeah.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
Now Carr going left, and now the ball's out. Carr lost it, fumble, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. Fights him off. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. The quick slant caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first.
There's no doubt about it. That's just one of the best connections in the league. Big Ben throwing it to Antonio Brown. And Antonio...
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
That's it.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you. I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big. This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Yeah, I pressed the wrong fucking button. Or I didn't hold it long enough.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Right back to Dixon. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. James has got it, complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The give is to Bell. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On second down, here's Carr. And Cook has it, left side. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. He finds Crabtree for the completion. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Michael Crabtree, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That one goes for 24 yards.
All right.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football and be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
That good for 19 and a first down.
I'm just trying to get for the first
So the offense
down.
has it first and 10. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Alert! 3 down, 3 down.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They'll give this to Bell running right. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Dobbs is throwing. And how about this? It's complete. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From midfield, here's Carr. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
On 3rd down, Carr. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Sean Davis with a pick. The 30, 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And And now Oakland ready to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
One final try now for Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. What is...
Oh, boy. Eight regular season wins. I only got 7. So, I'm not going to upgrade any of these guys yet, because what I'm going to do is save up until the end of the season, and then I'll see what I can get. Sorry if you're a Raiders fan, anyone watching this, and you get mad that I just won that game. I honestly didn't know I was gonna do that good. I'm only gonna do that game though today. Hargrave, you're pretty damn helpful. Okay. Alright, he's not in here yet. Alright guys, I'm gonna end the stream here. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. If you want me to play Madden again, comment what you want me to do, whether you want me to do this, or if you want me to do Ultimate Team, or, play Long Shot. And I'm already working on Ultimate Team, and I've already beaten Long Shot. Or if you just want me to do like a random play now game against any team you guys want. Or if you guys want, you can set out challenges for me, and I'll do those. But yeah, that's about it for now. I will see you guys in the next video, hopefully coming sometime tomorrow. And don't forget to stay tuned for more.